Orcas Public Library, and I have a couple stories for you this week, and they are stories that might warm your little heart up in a time when it's cold outside. So I hope you like these ones as much as I do. The first story is called Scrawny Cat, and it's written by Phyllis Root, and it's illustrated by Alison Friend. That's a good name. And it is published by Candlewick Press. So we will thank them for letting us read it here virtually for you. A scrawny cat crept down the street. He was lonely. He was little. He was lost. He had belonged to someone once, and she had belonged to him. Someone who picked him up and scratched his ears and let him lick her chin. Someone who knew his name. Now everyone called him, "Get out of here." But the scrawny cat knew his name was not "Get out of here." No. The wind hurried the scrawny cat along. He hunkered in the doorway where good smells drifted out, and maybe someone would let him inside and give him something warm to eat. But when the door opened, the man yelled, "Get out of here!" Oh, no. So the scrawny cat bolted down the street straight into a big dog. Grrr, growled the dog, and the skittery scrawny cat raced away all the way to the dog. Grrr, growled the big dog right behind him. What else could a scared little scrawny cat do? He leapt inside a dinghy just as kaboom! Rain plummeted down and the big dog ran away. Yes. The scrawny cat huddled under the dinghy seat. Up and down the dinghy rocked to the waves, just the way someone used to rock the scrawny cat in a chair. The tuckered out scrawny cat put his head on his paws and fell asleep. Oh, look at him. The wind blew, the waves crashed. The rope tying the dinghy to the dock snapped. Snap. And when the scrawny cat woke up, all he saw was water everywhere. Poor shivery scrawny cat. He lapped the rainwater in the bottom of the dinghy and wished his stomach didn't chew so on his ribs. He's hungry. At last, the sun came up, golden across the waves, and up ahead, just where the boat was headed, the scrawny cat saw a rock and a tree and a house on the sand. Can you see the house? A woman came out of the house. She had been a sailor once, but her ship had crashed on the rocks. She had built a little house for herself and settled down to catch fish and gather seaweed and pick berries. But sometimes she missed sailing the open sea, and all by herself she got a little lonely. Now she came down to the shore to see what the storm had blown in. The scrawny cat hunched under the dinghy seat. Would the woman throw things at him and call him, "Get out of here"? dinghy grated on the sand, and the woman reached down and picked up the Scrawny Cat. "How did you get way out of here all by yourself?" the woman said. "You must be quite the sailor cat." The woman took the Scrawny Cat inside her house, and she rubbed him dry with a towel and put a bowl of fish stew on the floor. And the Scrawny Cat lapped up the stew until his stomach was round and full. And the woman picked him up again. Would she throw him out the door? Not at all. She sat in a rocking chair and scratched the Scrawny Cat's ears. "I've been wanting some company," the woman said, "and here you come, sailing in like a regular skipper." The Scrawny Cat purred. "Skipper, that's what I'll call you," the woman said. "I'm Emma." And Skipper purred harder and licked Emma under her chin. "And if you are lucky enough to go sailing someday far out to sea, you might see them together, Skipper and Emma. Skipper isn't scrawny anymore. He's a real sailor cat now. But best of all, Skipper belongs to Emma, and Emma belongs to Skipper." Here they are, sailing the seas together. I like that one. So I hope, do you feel it a little bit? Does it feel like your heart's a little warmer on a cold day? Mine feels a little warmer. But maybe let's see if we can warm up that heart even a little bit more. And this one is called 3. And it's written and illustrated by Stephen Michael King. Can you guess why this is called 3? Is there anything in there that might have 3 things? Well, if you don't know, we'll keep trying. Let's see. We will see. This book was published by Neal Porter Books. So we will, yes, thank you. We will thank them for letting us read it virtually. All right, let's try this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Every day was a skip and a hop for 3. That's 3. And when the sun was shining, he was warm. And if it rained all day, he felt clean. And his waggy tail kept him well fed. Yes. Occasionally, he looked for a home or for someone to love, but mostly he walked from here to there or wherever his nose led. Let's see if we can follow that all the way along here and there, across the road and back again and over there until we get to 3. 3 sniffed his way and found a 6-leg. Living in the city was hard for little 6-legs. 3 was happy that little 6-legs had an underground home far away from busy feet. 3 sniffed his way and found an 8-leg. Living in the city was hard for little 8-legs too. 3 was happy that the little 8-leg had a home up high, far away from the busy traffic. And 3 was thankful that he didn't have more legs than he could count. Or longer legs than he needed. He was happy He didn't have 4 legs. If 3 had 4 legs, he might be a chair, and chairs didn't go anywhere, and 2 legs sat over them. 3 was thankful that his legs took him wherever he chose, and that he knew how to cross a road when the light was green. Oh, here we go again. All right, so let's see. Oh, the places that 3 went. Oh, through there, across there, and over there. And one day, 3 followed a sweet, scented breeze and found he had walked far away to a place where the green rolled slowly, and the cars were not so many. 3 met a 4-leg with 2 spikes on its head, and a winged 2-leg that laid eggs. He met a pink 4-leg that snorted through his fat, friendly nose, and a little something that had 2 big ears and 2 big feet. 3 met a 2-leg pretending to be a 3-leg, just like him. Did you see the 2-leg pretending to be a 3-leg? Who would that be? She poured him a glass of milk and shared her cookies. The girl talked with 3, and her name was Fern. Fern also talked to herself and talked with the trees and talked to the garden. Fern's garden was a happy home for 6 legs and 8 legs. But there were also creatures that 3 had never rarely seen before. Hopping 4 legs. Can you find that? Flying 6 legs. Can you find that? And sliding no legs. Maybe that one right there. Inside Fern's home, they met 1 leg and a 12-leg. Fern asked 3 if he would stay forever, so that Fern, her mother, her brother, and 3 would make a perfect 4. And Fern made 3 his own special curled up place where he'd feel warm and safe. And on Saturdays, they always had pancakes with ice cream for breakfast. That's like breakfast and dessert. Fern was thankful for her new friend. And 3 was thankful for Fern. I think I felt a little bit warmer. I hope you did, and I hope you liked those stories because those are nice stories. And so you can come back to the library and get some more stories if you didn't feel like it warmed your heart enough and you wanted some more, or you could even come and get stories that maybe are a little bit scary or not so scary, or oh, there's so many different kinds of stories we have here at the library, and I hope that you make your way here. And if not, maybe we'll see you on Saturday for story time at the library at 11. And if that doesn't happen, well, then I hope we see you next week right here for our story time.